to our next stop, Miller CNC, here right in the heart of San Diego. We're gonna see Todd, and he told us also he has some great interesting parts on the machine that he would like to show us. So let's go there and see where it's going. Here they are. A little bit about the part that is currently on the machine, what it is for, what's special about the part, and why you put it on the Hermle.
Yeah, it's a super complicated titanium housing. It's a space part using satellites, we believe, optics part. So there's a lot of really tight tolerance, really tight positions. Yeah. Fairly complex geometry. A lot of really tight flatness call-outs. Parallelism from the bottom to the top face. Yeah. True positions, and down to 1,000 true positions. Certain features. Plus or minus 3/10 on a through hole and a slot, so that slot's got to be milled. Wow. It's a super challenging part. I don't believe we could complete on any of our other equipment.
What other kinds of parts do you make here on the Hermle machines?
Our shop as a whole specializes in more hard metals, so we do a lot of Inconel, titanium, stainless steel. We don't do a ton of aluminum, but we do a lot of, it's aerospace, defense, space, some medical stuff, some commercial stuff. But mostly we try to find complicated parts where there's more room in the job for us to make a decent margin.
So when you started the shop, what was it at the beginning?
Just a lot of I don't know what the heck I'm doing, right? I have a bunch of contacts from racing. I see these cool metal parts, so maybe we can make those. One of the companies we work with racing a lot, Fox Racing Shocks, connected with them, and they outsource a lot of machine work. So we started doing shock tubes, and really, to be successful at something, you have to be competent, you have to be really good. Mm-hmm. And that taught us how to bid jobs, how to be technically good, the kind of people that we needed. Etc. So,
so you're at that stage, and what was the next evolution point?
So breaking free from the kind of racing industry where we and say, hey, there's some of these, I'm naive and don't know what the heck I'm doing. So I say, hey, some of these aerospace shops make a lot of money, so why don't we do aerospace?
As you mentioned, there's a lot of growth, with 5-axis machining, and there's obviously some cheaper options out there compared to a Hermle. How did you make your decision?
Yeah, so the first one we bought, the C30, back 2011 or whatever it was, there was, a couple high-end machines, but there wasn't one that was really job shop capable like the Hermle was, right? We're easy, it's easy to use, it's small, compact, footprint and everything. So that one was pretty easy. But then over the course of, that 10 years or so, like you said, every machine tool builders build 5-axis. And there's some really nice ones. But we're looking at it, we're saying, okay, well, we spend 20% more to buy the one that we're comfortable with, the one that we know performs. A 10-year-old machine that honestly we probably don't maintain like we should, it's still making completely perfect parts. It's I'm pretty comfortable buying another Hermle, based on that. And then you look around, you can say, hey, I'm going to save, 20%, 25% or whatever. But it's in the long run, the thing's going to be running for 10 or 12 years, plus. It's that 25% extra you spend, is it an additional cost or not? It's probably not.
Yeah, it's almost cheaper to own a Hermle.
I think so,
in the long run.
Yeah, because by far, you look at the cost per hour for a lease on the machine or whatever you depreciate it at, and then you look at the cost per hour for labor. It's if you waste a day a month, and going back and setups, fine tuning, whatever, that labor cost exceeds the expense that you save on the machine payments. So for us, it's we know if the program's good, the tooling's good, its setup is good, the first part is going to be good.
Which one stands out as your favorite part that you've made?
I mean, this thing that we're running right now, that titanium part's pretty impressive. We just did some aluminum housings that aren't super impressive to look at, but the accuracy that needs to be maintained to make them is really hard, and the Hermle just handles it. It nails it every time. Because I'll call the probe up, come in and probe a few areas on the part and just see where I'm at, and it's always within a a tenth or two, you know, even millions.
But it must be a fulfilling career, right? Because you're making cool stuff.
It's cool because I know that a lot of the stuff we're doing here is going to go into outer space, or you know, it's going on something crazy.
So you go home to or you go out to the bar. Hey man, I just made a part that's in space
when I tell people that who we make parts for and stuff, they're always pretty like, wow, that's really cool, you know, and that's cool. I like that.
Awesome.